Designation of Custodian for a minor child. If you name a minor child or children as your beneficiary, you must also complete a Designation of Custodian for a minor child form for each child. F&P law defines a minor child as a child who has not attained age 22. Under F&P law, a death benefit may, under certain circumstances, be payable to the member's child or children until the child attains age 22. Before a child reaches age 18, F&P will only pay annual death benefits exceeding $5,000 to a custodian designated under the Maryland Uniform Transfers to Minors Act or to a court-appointed guardian of the minor's property. The person you name as custodian will receive F&P benefits paid on behalf of the minor child until the child reaches age 21, which is the age of majority. At that time, control automatically passes to the child under the Maryland Uniform Transfers to Minors Act. If you have more than one minor child, you must complete a separate Designation of Custodian for a minor child form for each minor child, regardless of whether you selected the standard beneficiary or specific beneficiary designation on the active beneficiary designation form. The Designation of Custodian for a minor child form affects only the distribution of F&P death benefits to a minor child. Also, this form cannot be used to designate a beneficiary. The person you name as custodian on the Designation of Custodian for a minor child form should be someone whom you trust. The custodian is legally responsible for making financial decisions regarding F&P death benefit payments. However, even though the custodian controls the payments, legal ownership remains with the child. Please note, the F&P does not monitor what happens to benefit payments after they are paid to the custodian. How to complete the Designation of Custodian for a minor child form. Step 1. Fill in your Social Security number, name, home phone, cell phone, and email address. Step 2. Fill in the minor child's name, date of birth, and Social Security number. Step 3. Fill in the primary custodian's name, Social Security number, address, home phone, cell phone, and email address. Step 4. Fill in the contingent custodian's name, Social Security number, address, home phone, cell phone, and email address. Step 5. Take your form to a notary public to have it notarized. Your Designation of Custodian form must be properly completed and notarized to be accepted by the F&P. The F&P will only accept a properly completed Designation of Custodian form. The F&P has notaries public who will notarize your form free of charge when you come into the office to complete it. Incomplete, unsigned, not dated, or notarized forms will be returned to you, and this delay could be costly. Step 6. Sign and date the form in the presence of a notary public. Completed Designation of Custodian for a minor child forms can be submitted to the F&P offices via mail, fax, or scanned and emailed. If you need assistance completing the Designation of Custodian for a minor child form, please contact F&P Member Services at 410-497-7929, option 1. The Designation of Custodian for a minor child form can be found on the F&P website at www.bcfpers.org. Frequently asked questions. Should I talk to the person before I make them custodian for my son? Yes, you should talk with a potential custodian before designating them as a custodian to ensure your custodian understands their responsibility and will agree to your request. Do I have to name a contingent custodian? Yes. If your primary custodian predeceases you and you have not listed any contingent custodian, it means you do not have a Designation of Custodian for a minor child form on file. If the payment exceeds $5,000 annually, a custodian must be appointed by a local court to accept the F&P benefit on behalf of the child under age 18. Does the person I name as custodian on the Designation of Custodian for a Minor Child form have to be the same person who will have physical custody of my child? No. The person you name as custodian on the Designation of Custodian for a Minor Child form does not have to be the same person who has physical custody of your child. Do I still need a completed Designation of Custodian for a Minor Child form on file if the annual death benefits are under $5,000? Although F&P will not know what the death benefit amount will be until it is calculated, F&P may pay annual death benefits under $5,000 to a parent or guardian of a minor child who resides with them. I still do not understand about how the Designation of Custodian for a Minor Child form would work for my daughter and me. Let's use an example to help you understand. If your daughter starts receiving an F&P death benefit at age 10, F&P payments will continue until age 22. The F&P would pay the custodian until your daughter is age 21. Then the F&P would begin paying your daughter directly at age 21 until she reaches age 22. I have 3 minor children. Why can't I use one form for all 3 children? One Designation of Custodian for a Minor Child form does not allow the transfer of F&P property to multiple children. Therefore, F&P will not accept using one form for all your children. You must complete a Designation of Custodian for a Minor Child form for each child. Additionally, each form must be properly completed and notarized to be accepted by the F&P. Thank you for watching, and remember to like us and subscribe.